Boom audio has not been in the earphone market for too long, maybe just about a year. But over the last few weeks, they've been teasing a new set of earphones that reminds me quite a lot of the Oppo Enco W51. This is what they've launched, the Boom Audio Tremor, at a MRP price of $19.99 and an introductory price of just $9.99. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Paul, and welcome to another episode. Remember to hit that like button, it really helps, and subscribe if you haven't already. The Boom Audio Tremors come in what's kind of a very budget style packing, so don't expect any pomp and flair while unboxing these. Once you open the box, you're greeted with a biodegradable bag that does contain the Boom Audio Tremor case with the earphones in them. And inside the box, you get a charging cable, an extra set of ear tips, a get started guide, a warranty card that provides you with 12 months of warranty, which is much more than what other manufacturers provide, and of course a little welcome card. I think it's okay not to expect USB-C charging on these because they're not exactly the most expensive earphones out there. On first glance, the quality of the case and the buds is not too great. You do see a whole bunch of scuffs and scratches on the earbuds as well as the inside of the case, which I did mention in my first impressions video. The weight of the case and the overall build quality of the plastic is not exactly the best, but then again, I wasn't expecting anything else. The earbuds come with 8mm dynamic drivers, Bluetooth 5.0, which is a pleasant surprise. They claim an IPX4 rating, which means it's resistant to water splashes from any direction, and you can also call upon your voice assistant. These do have tap features. The manual states that to skip forward to the next track, you can triple tap the right bud, as most earbuds do, but this skips to the previous track, and then the manual states to skip to the previous track, you triple tap the left bud, but this takes me to the next track instead. There's obviously been some mix up with these buds. On a call clarity front, so I'm calling from the Boom Audio Tremor, and I suspect these don't have ENC because these just come with two microphones instead of the usual four to get that working. And I think this traffic is sort of suppressed when I speak, but when I'm not, I think you can hear it relatively clearly. So the best judge for how these sound on calls, I think, would be you guys because you're listening to the demo, and I'll see you back at the studio. A full charge up to the case takes around 2 hours, and you can expect about 3 hours or so of listening time on the buds alone. The case will help you extend your listening time to around 14 hours. Volume off of these caught me a little by surprise because a 5 to 10% volume output from my phone makes these sounds like they are equivalent to 40% of most other earphones. So if you're someone who likes your music really loud, these might make a lot of sense for you. I didn't really like these because usually by the end of the day when I'm winding down, I like for the music to be at softer levels so that I can sort of calm down before I go to sleep. These don't let me do that because they're always so loud at lower volumes. Of course, if you are used to listening to much louder volumes, these tend to get a little more muddy the higher up they go, but for their price, they're not bad at lower volumes. Soundstage on these doesn't quite exist if I'm being really honest. Everything exists between your left and right ear, and it does do a decent job of creating that phantom jam. On an imaging front, it's just vocals on these. Just vocals. High frequencies come to you with a rather gentle approach. They're far from being piercing. There is a slight recess with this range, but it exists at an adequate plane. I doubt anyone will really feel any fatigue in this range. Mid frequencies seem to be the most prominent frequencies being pushed out of these earphones. They are crisp enough to tell a certain amount of detail from them. You wouldn't need subtitles with these earphones while watching a movie because it's very easy to decipher what's being said. Lower frequencies have a certain amount of kick, and what makes it more prominent is the lower mid-range is recessed, giving emphasis to the bass. It does sound muddy, but does hit frequencies I didn't think it could. There is no point expecting the very best from earphones that cost as much as these, but at some point you need to learn and know how and when to draw the line. For example, for that IPX4 rating to actually work, that means it needs to maintain a proper seal throughout the earphone. I handed these earphones over to my wife just to get her opinion on what they sounded and felt like, and when she was removing the right earbud to hand back to me, it opened up into two separate pieces. So after this, I tried contacting the Boom Audio customer care to find out if their warranty would cover an issue like this, and there was no response. So I really have no idea how good or bad their service or warranty coverage really is. The lightweight of the case and the build quality of the plastic and so on is fine for the price. But at the same time, the build quality is important so that it stays in one piece. If it's not staying in one piece, that IPX4 rating really has no meaning. So if I do get any update or resolution from them about this issue, I will put the update about it on my Instagram page. Would I recommend this to you? To the serious music listener, no. But to the average music listener, with the kick in the bass and the presence of vocals, these remain fun for music listening and movie watching. These come with a whole lot of features. Yeah, sure, they do have a few hiccups, which I'm sure Boom Audio will address in time, maybe with newer models or refreshed pieces. So after spending some time with these earphones, I'm quite interested to see what Boom Audio comes up with in the near future with their new earphones, which I'm pretty certain will be competitively priced. So if you like what I'm doing on my channel, remember to like, share and subscribe. And thank you for tuning into Paul's POV for some sound advice. Upon opening the box, it's getting very difficult to work with you.
Sorry.
DOP and annoyance factor.